Welcome back to Pop Culture Theory. I am Saccora, and we are here today with a special video covering the Munchkin Collectible Card Game. Now, I had a chance to demo this game recently at the Gamma Trade Show. It was amazing. I should probably start by mentioning that Munchkin is one of my favorite board/card games already, and it turning into a collectible card game was just a huge bonus for me. So we're going to go ahead and cover that today. I'm going to show you the contents of one of my starter decks here, and we're going to talk a little bit about the game in general. So I'm going to go ahead and go through all of this today. I have a few other pieces that I'm going to show you from the Munchkin game that I gathered at Gamma. I already have one video up that is me demoing the game with one of the team there, and we're going to go ahead and talk about all that. In the background, you're going to hear ALBVS music on YouTube. It is a copyright-free music that I actually, my wife knows the person who's making all this, and I love the music. I figure, why not feature it on my videos while I'm at it? And I've got my cat in the room tonight, so you might hear some meowing. Hopefully she doesn't jump up on the desk while we're doing the video. But that being said, let's go ahead and get started and see what we got in here. So first off, this is the Cleric and Thief deck. Now, there are two others that you can start off with. One is the Wizard and Bard deck, and one is the Ranger and Warrior deck. Now, it's kind of appropriate that we have the Cleric and Thief deck, because I've played the Thief deck twice now. I played it once in a demo against my wife, and once in a demo video that I made with you guys against one of the design team. Or actually, I think she might have been on the distribution team, the lady I played. So, let's go ahead. I'm going to show you guys the contents of our deck here, and we're going to talk a little bit about the Munchkin Collectible Card Game. So you get two decks with these starter deck packs. As you guys see here, move them over a little bit. We'll change the lighting. There we go. All right. So you get two of these decks here. One is the Cleric deck. One is the Thief deck, obviously. You also are going to get two level counters. So these are how you track your level in the Munchkin Collectible Card Game. You can see they kind of twist. You could also use a D10 if you want. You're going to get a rule book that kind of goes over all of the rules, of course. Classic with most of these games. There is also a little sheet that explains what is in each possible deck you can get. And, kind of fun, you get a free booster pack in here. So we're going to pop this booster pack live as well and see what we get. Finally, you also get enough counters and dice and runaway tokens to kind of play both decks there. So, we're going to go ahead and start with showing you what is in each deck. I'm going to start with the Dwarven Cleric deck today, and we're going to see what we pulled in the Dwarven Cleric deck and kind of go from there. Alright. Having a little trouble manipulating this one open here. Right there. Okay, I got it. Now, I've already played against this deck once. The very first time I demoed it, and then the second time I played a different deck, the Centaur Warrior, I believe. So that's the Dwarf Hero. You can see that he zaps, same as tap in other game mechanics, in order to prevent 1 damage to target hero, ally, or monster. Now that's a really cool ability because it can stop your monster from dying if it is in your stash, or it can just in general make you hold out longer. This deck beat me in the end because of the longevity of this deck compared to some of the other decks there. So, let's go ahead and talk about a couple of things in this one. Obviously, they have lots of allies and monsters. I am going to flip through and find some of the key cards in the deck first that I kind of want to highlight with you guys. First, they have a couple locations. You have the land location here you guys can see. And land, I want to say, is included in multiple decks. I know it's definitely in the Thief deck as well, but I think it's the main location available in the Dwarf deck. So, you also have things that are very Cleric related. Aims for the poor, play only when you have no gold, take 2 gold and your opponent takes 1. Nice little gold advantage card there. You also have other similar Cleric cards like the Angel of Awesomeness here. Angel of Awesomeness is going to move up to 2 damage from your hero card to a target monster or any other hero card. So, move up to 2 damage from your hero card to target monster or any other hero card, you can move that to a card that is your opponent's monster and kill them, or move it onto your opponent for that final damage there. You know, classic cheaters never win. Munchkin has a whole cheat phase built in. We talked about a little in the last time where you kind of have an opportunity to bluff your opponent and see what you can do there. And here, play when a hero is caught cheating and the hero takes 2 damage instead of just the 1. Actually, it doesn't say instead of. It takes 2 damage. I think that would be in addition to the 1 damage that they are already taking. You also are going to have Dr. Meow practice. When you're healed, zap to heal target opponent, or zap 1 damage to deal 1 damage to target opponent, not heal, and it's an interrupt ability. Hammer Time, another card that's included at least in the Rogue deck. I want to say it's probably a fairly common one. I just, in general, enjoy this also. You have RN Jesus. Roll the die, X equals the amount shown on the die, and that's the power for RN Jesus. Let's see, there's a couple other fun cards here I wanted to show you guys. Harry Trick, if you overpaid for this, stash target loot. And let's see, a couple other ones. You have the Suction Cup comes available in this set here. Life O Suction, when this deals damage, heal equal amount. So kind of like a lifelink there. And a classic card from Munchkin itself, the Chainsaw of Bloody Dismemberment. For those who've played Munchkin a lot, you probably are familiar with that card. And then, I just have to feature this one for a second, okay? Drop Bear. Drop this from a height of at least 1 meter above the game area. If it lands on a hero card, that hero takes 2 damage. I just want to ask all of you out there, how long until this becomes a Chaos Orb and someone rips this card up and sprinkles it on the field to deal everything 2 damage? That's my worry. I saw that card being played during demo night, and I just had to say something. Finally, there's one other card I really wanted to show off here, and that is the 11-foot pole. For any D&D nerds out there, you know that there's a lot of jokes about having a 10-foot pole, and that everyone needs to carry a 10-foot pole. So you guys can see, in addition to some other cards we've seen before, 3,872 Orcs, other cleric-like cards like Smite the Unseen. This has a very cleric feel. We have Plea Bargain here. Like, I played against this one. My wife was playing against me. She beat me the first time I was playing with this. And it's because this has a lot of longevity. If you are in for the long game, the cleric deck is the one for you. That being said, let's talk about what became my favorite deck while I was playing, the Thief deck. Okay? Now, the Thief deck is, your classic Thief deck. The Thief is going to draw 2 cards in order to then move 1 card from your hand to the bottom of your deck. It goes ahead and filters your deck. It's a draw mechanic. It's exactly what I like to see in my play mechanics. So we're going to go through a couple of those real quick and see what we can glean out of the Thief deck here, and then we'll go ahead and pop open this booster pack. So you have the Automatic Machine Bow is one of your cards. It's just a good weapon that you can then pay gold to unzap it if you need it again. Classic Thief move, Dagger of Treachery. When you're caught cheating, you collect 1, take 1 token from the stockpile and place it on this card. So it's a good one, and then it's going to gain power for each token on it. When it damages a monster, return all tokens on this to the stockpile. Now, this was one of my favorite cards that made me fall in love. The Deck Gorgon, much like the Demigorgon, which became extra popular with the Stranger Things series. Now, your land in this game is Honest Al's Casino, and you also, if I'm not wrong, you have land in this too. I personally prefer Honest Al's Casino. You're going to roll a dice and get effects for both of you. Going with that, there's a lot of sketchy cards in this. Cards that are going to take advantage of that cheating mechanic. So, sketchy cards, when you have been caught cheating, you're going to get extra effects like, while this one is in your stash, you may squish this to deal 3 damage to target hero monster. That's actually really cool because you can get rid of your sketchy Joes, get them out of your stash, and kill off big monsters your opponent has. Now, there are some other ones like Mugsy is a survivor. This ability triggers when it survives a fight, and you can steal gold from the defender. We got Chunky Flanky and Skewer, 2 other ones I got used to using, as well as Stabbity Stab. Now, this one, you have to wait for that defender to run away, but man, when they finally run away, it throws at them. Now, Vampire Cat, one of my favorite from this deck. Let's put it in mid-screen. If I was going to buff this deck out, I would probably run a full set of Vampire Cats. Again, Drop Bear, I've brought up my concerns with that card already. Hammer Time, I told you guys, was in multiple of the decks. RNGesus is in multiple. Again, you also want your big monsters like the Vanilla Mental. Ugh, gotta get that right. We also have Card Shark in this deck. I believe that was in the other one as well. And when it's squished, you're going to draw a card. You know, some classic easy mechanics that you're expecting to see in these. And then Mugsy's Sap. It has a smack mechanic, so you can zap it to do 1 damage to target hero or monster. That one can be used to get in that last 1 bonus damage. A couple others you guys might have seen in my other videos include Barbarian the Librarian is a fun one there. Ferocious Oxide Monster, Gazebo, and the Walking Dreads were all some that I played with earlier. So that would be some highlights on our elf deck. I think that covers the main ones there. But now let's go ahead, and I've got this shiny booster pack. I haven't opened it yet. It'll be my first Munchkin booster pack I'm opening, and I'm going to do it live on screen for you guys. We're going to see what we pull today. So, Munchkin booster pack. Now, first I want to say, the cardstock quality on these cards is very good. I did put them through the bend test the other day, and some passed, some didn't. That does say something, but in general, I like the thick cardstock. I do like that a lot. Now, let's go ahead and open this on screen. I will note, if you guys see there, you got the little nick right there. Helps you open the pack, so you don't have to worry about necessarily ripping them. You can kind of get that small rip and then go in without bending the cards at all. That's always a nice feature in these packs. Punch McFacey, a 0-cost card. I like that. A monster for 0 cost. I could find ways to abuse that. Whacked. Target hero discards 1 card at random. Mugsy, one I already have there. A Tavern Brawl. Target opponent takes 1 damage for each monster in his hand. Now, I will point out, if you guys don't see all the way down here, if you... Oh, no. Let me get my pinky out of the way. Right down below my pinky, you see the common there and the card number. So you can see this is a common card, if you hadn't caught that yet. Lame Goblin. Roar! Target hired beastie gains 1 in the fight and 1 health. Interesting. Nope. A little mischief action. Actually, that could probably work well with my thief deck I want to be working on. Bertha, an ally that's going to have 3 health and help you there. The Painata. Ooh, if this is squished by a monster in a fight, squish that monster. Ooh, that's pretty mean. Now we're getting into some uncommons with Earworm here. Sing the name of this card aloud. Oh, you'll never catch me playing that one. 11-foot pole. And here's my rare card, the Pole Cat. It's going to deal 3 damage to target hero. Wow, that's actually pretty good. And monstrous, when this card is committed to a fight, 3 gold, 3 attack, 3 monster card, its card changes to monster. Wow, so this polecat can also be committed to a fight there. Intriguing. I, overall, am very impressed for my first booster pack of Munchkin here. I really enjoy this Munchkin card game. If you guys haven't given it a try yet, ask your local game stores if they'll pick up 1 or 2 boxes, maybe a couple starter decks. Give you guys a chance to check it out. Munchkin is already an incredibly popular card game. A lot of these game stores are already carrying it in its card game form, and ask them if they'd carry the collectible card game. I know that I'm really enjoying it, and I really think that you guys might be able to build a little crowd in your community. Here, I'm trying to squeeze these all on screen here so you guys can kind of see the layout. There we go. I'm going to be picking this up at my local game store. I've been asking them to carry it as well. I really want to see if we can turn this into something. I was so impressed when playing this, and I love that they built that cheat mechanic right in. You have a little bit of bluffing. It almost feels like poker. You're trying to bluff your opponent and see if they can catch on to what you're playing or not. See if you can get them to commit resources before it's actually time to. So, I'm a huge fan of this. I'm going to be doing more stuff. I want to actually do a deck build in Deck Tech, this Elf Thief deck, once I pick up a few more packs from my local game store. So, I'll go ahead and be doing more of those later. I noticed a little, I have a little nick on my Elf Thief already, if you don't notice on the bottom there. So, that all being said, if you guys have any questions about the Munchkin Collectible Card Game, if you would like me to do a more in-depth how-to video of how to play this game, or anything like that, please let me know in the comments below, and I will cover those topics here later. I really want to keep covering this game, at least if we have an interest for it. It's a game that I have a huge interest in, but that doesn't necessarily mean that all of you will, and, you know, if I'm going to be falling on deaf ears, I don't want to do that either. So do let me know in the comments below if this is something you want to see more of, if you want to see some deck techs. If you would like, I can go ahead and try to pick up the other starter decks, give you a preview of those as well. Maybe do a box opening if I can get my hands on a box. All of these are options and more. And let's just mention, I love the original Munchkin one more time. If you guys want to see some games with my weekly gaming group playing Munchkin occasionally, I could definitely see if they're all in for a live film video. We could do some actual Munchkin videos. So let me know in the comments below here. Go ahead and subscribe to the video, like the video so we can share it around, start spreading this Munchkin stuff. And I really want to see if this is something we can grow. I want to cover more Munchkin on this channel, and if you guys are into it, I'm definitely going to be doing it. Once again, I am Saccora with Pop Culture Theory. You guys can find me around the web at Saccora on Facebook and not YouTube, Facebook and Twitter, thank you. You can find me on YouTube at Pop Culture Theory and on Facebook at Pop Culture Theory. And if you guys want, go ahead and check out my Patreon at patreon.com/Saccora. If you throw me $1 a month there, it'll help me to get some more equipment and upgrade my actual editor services so you guys don't see that little watermark in the video below. I can get rid of that, but right now I'm trying to see if I can't get anything toward it. I'm going to keep making these videos no matter what, but any money you guys give me on Patreon is going to ensure I get better quality videos in the long run. Anyways, thank you all for tuning into this video. I hope you all loved it as much as I did. I hope you liked the Munchkin game as much as I did, and if you do, let me know in the comments below. I am Saccora, and I will catch you all next time.